Hello everyone. I just wanted to make this video just to kind of explain how I am booking appointments and booking session times for people. I wanted to get as many people through as possible at the same time as, not burning myself out and having some structure to it. So what I've done is I've set up session times every day, Tuesday until Sunday, and then I give myself one day off. On Monday I take Monday off just so that I can, catch up on some of the things that I need to do for myself and around my house, and chores and things like that, running around, errands, whatever I need to do for myself. I have to have some time for that. On the other days, Tuesday till Sunday, I have session times at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time or 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the reason I set it up this way because the way I do deliverance, I like to get a deep deliverance. I don't like to just, get one demon out and then leave it at that, and then move on to the next person because they have more than one demon. It's just that simple, and everybody does. And I want to be thorough, and I want to get as many out as I can during a session time. So, and besides that, many people come to me with some, quite deep issues, and I want to be as thorough as possible with them. I don't want to just, stir their demons up, maybe get one or two out and then send them on their way. So I try to do as thorough of a job as I can, and all depending on the situation. So, that being said, many of the deliverance sessions may last up to 3 hours, even more. I've had deliverance sessions go 4 hours or longer. Well, I've had some that have gone crazy, 8 hours in the beginning, but I don't do that anymore. But so if I'm doing a deliverance session that lasts 3 hours at 1 p.m., then by the time I'm done, it's at 4 o'clock, and then after that, I've got a couple of hours to maybe, kind of relax a little bit after the session, and maybe get a little bit to eat, and prepare for the next session at 7 p.m. Gives me a couple hours of break in between, and then from 7 p.m. I can go up till 10, 11 at night, if the sessions last a long time. And of course they all don't last that long, but I leave room for that in case the people need it. So that's how I set it up, and what I do is the way it's been going so far is I've been booked at least 2 weeks in advance. Every session time is booked up. It's booked up at least 2 weeks, if not 3 lately. So people are having to wait 2 up to 3 weeks for their session to come up. I know that that's difficult for people because they want, they find out they've got demons, they find out that they've got stuff to deal with, and you want it out right away, and it's scary, and it kind of gets under your skin and gets you a little nervous realizing that you've got stuff to deal with. I just want you to know that I understand that, and I wish I could get you through quicker. But the truth is that we all have demons, and the truth is that deliverance is a process. So even if you come to me, you're probably not going to get all your demons out in that one session anyway. And you've had these things all your life, for the most part. So a couple of weeks waiting time isn't a bad thing. it actually can be used very productively. If you go and watch my video on how to get a deeper deliverance, you can see maybe ways to help you prepare yourself for your upcoming deliverance in a couple of weeks. So my suggestion is to take that time to really seek the Lord and study deliverance. Watch the videos on my channel. Watch the liked videos on my channel. You know, the video that I posted about how to get a deeper deliverance will explain a lot of that stuff. So check that out and use that time to prepare yourself for your deliverance. I think a lot of the time people just kind of go about on their way, just in the regular world kind of thing, and aren't preparing themselves, or else the demons are having their way during that 2-week time, and they start putting fear on the people and start, really trying to get the person to either not go through with their deliverance or or else steal their faith that they're going to even get delivered by the time. But instead of listening to them, prepare yourself for your deliverance by seeking the Lord in prayer and fasting and the ways that I mentioned in the video. Now, what I do is I've got on my phone, my calendar, and I book every appointment in there, and it gives me reminders every day, but I know that I'm going to have a session at 1 p.m. and I know that I'm going to have a session at 7 p.m. every day. And so at 1 p.m. I will get myself ready, a few minutes beforehand or whatever. I'll get myself ready and I'll be waiting for the call. So if you have an appointment booked with me, I'll be there ready and waiting for you to call in. Now I don't call people. I wait for them to call me because, number one, I want to know that the people that are scheduled for a session really want it. I'm not going to go chasing everybody around and trying to get you to get delivered. You have to want your deliverance. And so, but I'll be there waiting for you to call in. If you don't call in, you don't call in. And I mean, I can't force anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. So I'll be waiting there. I'll be waiting at the times 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. and I just pray that you call in, and then the Lord can do what He wants to do with you. So I just wanted to explain that. I just wanted to explain how I have things set up and why I have them set up the way that I do. I think that's all I have to say. I guess if I had a place to go, if I had an office, if I had some place that I was renting or whatever to do deliverance in rather than my own apartment, I could probably fit in 3 a day. Then I could go there at 8 in the morning and start early. But what I'm doing now in the morning is my time for, I spend that time with the Lord. So I get up in the morning and I sit right here at my table and I read my Bible and I do that, and afterwards I answer some emails and stuff like that. I'm answering the things that have come in through the night. In between that time and in between session times, I'm working on videos. I'm answering emails, answering questions. People are always calling in, with asking for advice, asking questions here and there, and there's just no real time that's not being used. So I just wanted to explain that to you guys, just so you have an idea of what it is for me to do this ministry, and I think that it'll be good for others as well to understand what will be required of them when they go into ministry. I do think it's very important to make sure that you take some time for yourself. At least, you know, I'm taking one day on every Monday. I'm taking that, and so that I can recharge, and so that I can just have that time. If I want to go and visit my children, I can take that day to go visit them, or whatever the Lord wants me to do that day, you know. But it's a day to kind of recharge. Now, of course, there are some times where people call in and it's an absolute emergency, and I'll do my best to fit you in somewhere, somehow, somewhere, you know. Sometimes that people don't call in. There's times that, you know, if I have to fit you in on a Monday, yeah, I'll do that. You know, it all depends on the situation. Now, I do my best to judge that situation, those situations, and but for the most part, there isn't anybody that really can't wait a couple of weeks. Very, very rarely that a person can't wait that long. The Lord's got you covered. You know, He knows what's going on. He knows the attacks that the enemy's got against you. He knows what the enemy's doing, and if He's going to deliver you, He'll deliver you. When, you know, it doesn't have to be that exact moment. And yeah. So I guess that's all I have to say. Yeah. God bless you all. See you next time.
Rescue every daughter, bring us back the wayward son. By your Spirit, breathe upon them, show them that you alone can save.